Hello everyone, I am Sandeep Upadhyaya, HOD, Visual Impairment from Ashtavakra Institute of Rehabilitation Sciences and Research. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on topic definition, types and current status of education for visually impaired children with additional disability. Concept of additional disability. When a child has several different disabilities, he/she has multiple disabilities. The group of multiple disabled visually impaired children is a heterogeneous group. The effect of multiple disabilities can be more than the combination of two individual disabilities. The problems is that these children do not seem to suit the schools with multiple disabilities have problems with all muscles movements with understanding and often with seeing and hearing as well. Communication is very difficult for them. The student of education of visually impaired with additional disabilities is in the low priority intervention at earliest possible stage which definitely improve their development skills, optimize abilities and build a foundation for future for further learning. Definition of additional multiple disabilities: a visually impaired child who have two or more disabilities concurrently that together constitute that so-called multiple disabilities. There are many visually impaired children with one or more additional associated disabilities. Types of additional disabilities. In order to develop programs for the multiple disabled visually impaired children, we classify them into four categories on the basis of their disabling condition: deaf blindness, visual impairment plus hearing impairment, visual impairment plus hearing impairment plus mental retardation, visual impairment plus mental retardation. Visual impairment plus cerebral palsy plus mental retardation plus hearing plus speech problems. Visual impairment plus learning disability, visual impairment plus autism spectrum disorder. Current status of education for visually impaired children with additional disabilities: special education, inclusive education, integrated education, National Policy on Education 1986. The Plan of Action 1986, Individual Education Plan, Project Integrated Education for the Disabled PIED, सर्व शिक्षा अभियान, राष्ट्रीय माध्यमिक शिक्षा अभियान. Special education. Special education is a form of education provided for those who are not achieving or are not likely to achieve through ordinary educational provision the level of educational, social and other attainments appropriate to their age and which has the aim of furthering their progress towards these levels. Jangira 1986, however, defines special education as process of making educational provisions to meet special educational needs of children which can not be met by the arrangements available in ordinary education. By implication, both education of the talents and education of the disabled come within the purview of special education. Johnson 1994 dispute this contents and advocates that the traditional term special education is purpose to describe education of students with disabilities carried out entirely in on outside. Inclusive education, inclusive school is that all children should learn together where possible regardless of any difficulties or difference that they may have. Inclusive school must recognize and respond to the deserved needs of their students, accommodating both different style and rates of learning and ensuring quality education to all through appropriate curricula, organizational arrangements, teaching strategy, resources and partnership with communicate. So I hope you understand the topic of the definition and types of education of children with additional disabilities. Thank you very much.